the time gone. I'm Tolly Latoy, and today, well, I'm solo dolo because my friends Tim O'Brien and Gil Rutenberg, who make it all happen here, just could not be here tonight. So thank you for joining us here on Friday Night Lights. Second round of the CIF Southern Section Playoffs. 4 local high school football teams left standing in their quest for a ring. But we begin on Cook Street. The Xavier Prep Saints survived last week against a tough Blackhawks team, a low-scoring game between 2 very tough teams. But this week, they were back at home, and that's where we head out first. Xavier Prep wanting to come out and play tonight, and they would get the ball first. I love it when they come out of the tunnel with all that going on. But Joe Barry back behind center. They try to run it, won't get much, so he puts it in the air, and who does he find? That's number 5, Braden Cervello, coming down with it, and that would be good for the first down, move the chains, but they wouldn't be able to get more after that solo punt. And the Fighting Irish, they were utilizing this running back a lot, and Ryder Street, they would take it down, strike first, 7-0 Kennedy. But back to Joe Barry time. He looks for 5 again and finds him right there. But Barry looking again, Elijah Vicona giving his QB time to make this play right here. Braden Cervello again with the big gain close to the red zone. But let's talk about the second quarter now. The Saints got to get on the board. They'll have to settle for a field goal, and of course it's by the leg of Braden Cervello. That would bring the score to 7-3 Kennedy at half. But the Saints defense was stepping up. Big tackle by number 11 Austin McDaniel, and then right after that, QB scrambling. He tosses it up. Well, let's see who comes down with it. That's Tyson Ruiz, number 21, you know him. And then soon after, he shows he can do it all. Okay, let's keep it looking at number 21 right here. They snap the ball, but who comes up and stops him right there? Big tackle by Tyson in the backfield. Both sides of the ball work. Standard for him. Now, as I said, 7-3 Fighting Irish at half. But this is a second half team, though. Not how you start, it's how you finish. Let's take a look at what I mean. That's Braden Cervello once again, this time catching from Kingston, who takes it all the way to the house. Congrats to Braden Cervello, and that would just about do it again. The final in this one, 10-7. Another battle for the Saints. Congrats to them. I mean, come on. That's one of the teams of the 4 that have that we know advance right now. The Saints survive again, and they advance. They keep the ball rolling. So we caught up with head coach James Dockery and Tyson after the game.
You guys play here at home next Friday, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I mean, well, first of all, great win. What are your thoughts right now, Coach?
Feeling good. You know, we did what we came out here to do. We've been saying it all year. We have a really elite defense. Our defense showed up, and we're proud of our quarterbacks, Joe Barry and King Pelham, that came in, made some plays, and obviously this guy standing next to me right here, we got a lot of playmakers.
Honestly, as a team win, it was huge. I mean, we worked really hard. This was probably the hardest week we've worked because all these seniors, you know, we love each other so much, and we wanted to do whatever we can to come back for another week of practice. And with the coach's game plan they gave us, they told us to pay attention to the details, work on the little things, and, you know, we took the game plan, we took it into the game, and we didn't start off the way we wanted to, but in the end we came up on top, and that was huge as a collective unit.
Love it when they do the Ric Flair woo. But we're just getting started here on Friday Night Lights. Congrats to the Saints, and see you back at home next week. The Coachella Valley Mighty Arabs, though, they hit the road to Chico to face Don Lugo, and we'll have those highlights thanks to our eyes out there. All that coming up. Plus, we get to know the Harper brothers, 2 big offensive weapons for the Yucca Valley Trojans, making history, so we got the chance to get to know them and sit down with them right there.
Let's go! Start fast. You had to start fast, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, welcome back. Now, Coachella Valley, the Mighty Arabs hitting the road for their second playoff game, this time in Chico, going up against the Don Lugo Conquistadors. But it's just another game for a name you know way too well, Aaron 2K Ramirez. He's just too fast and too shifty for anyone to bring him down. Derek Calderon would toss it to him, hands it off to him. It doesn't matter. He finds a hole, and he just takes off. Just had defenders shook all night long. Aaron Ramirez also had 5 tuds on the night. It was back and forth all night, but whatever the Conquistadors did, CV had an answer for it. In the end, CV would come out on top. Their defense holding up tonight, putting pressure on the Conquistadors to just shut the door. The mighty Arabs are bringing home the dub. Congrats to them. The final on your screen, 52-35. Coachella Valley CV into the semifinals in Division 12. And the job's just not done yet. So a big congrats to them. Now, we still have 2 other teams to get to, but of course, before we get to Yucca Valley, one of only 4 teams to make it to the second round, we had to get to know the big pieces of that offense. The Harper brothers, Malachi and Miles, ahead of kickoff. Take a look.
Malachi Harper, I graduate 2024 and I play DB and running back.
Miles Harper, 2024, and I play running back and slot.
Because you guys are both brothers, you guys are having one hell of a year this year. I mean, how is it to, just play alongside each other?
It's always been fun since kids. We've always just had that natural ability and talent to just go out there and just do what we do.
Yeah, like you said, it's always been fun playing alongside each other. I feel like not many people get to, be in the shine together, especially as siblings and stuff. So I feel like it's been a lot of fun, being able to share this moment with them. So.
And since you guys are brothers and you guys are playing football and you guys are very competitive, I mean, was it always a competition growing up between the 2 of you?
Yeah, you could say that. Everything we've done, we've always just had, like, the firepower, I guess you could say, just to come out and just always compete in everything we've ever done.
Yeah, like you said, firepower, between us, I think me pushing him and him pushing me also made me better as well. And I feel like coming in, he's been better than me at football. I know it may not seem that, but he is, and, that just helps me want to get better as a player and things like that.
So basically, iron sharpens iron, right?
Yeah.
Beats TV, came out with the title, perfect record in the league. I mean, just talk to me about how that's been together and, with this team.
It's been good, especially because we've been working for it since sophomore year, and then we came out junior year and lost that game by 1 point. We really just wanted it.
Yeah, like you said, we really wanted it. Coach really emphasized respect on our team early in the season, especially after going 0-3 in preseason. And, I feel like a lot of people doubted us through that, so that really motivated us to, beat CV, one of the biggest games, and then win the bell, and now, move on to the second round of playoffs. So that's really a motivation for us, and we hope to keep it rolling.
Yeah, well, they said they hope to keep it rolling. So still to come here on Friday Night Lights, the Yucca Valley Trojans hosting Buena Park up in the high desert. The Trojans usually run up the scoreboard, and tonight, well, that was no different. All that and more after the break. Well, welcome back. Now to the high desert we go. Yucca Valley hosting Buena Park. A chilly night. And when I say chilly, I'm not kidding. But the Trojans, they were back at home. And that's back-to-back weeks in the playoffs. And a good chance to host next week if they were to advance. Now the Trojans, a little handshake, looking to stand on business tonight. That's what the kids say, right? 2-6. You see them right there. We just spoke with them yesterday. They get the ball first and waste absolutely no time. Michael Ramos looks left, finds Javin Hudson, who finds the end zone after taking it up the sideline. Spin move, finds his way in, and the kick is good. So Yucca Valley would strike first in, true fashion, as they usually do. 7-0. Big hugs for Javin from Coach Johnson on the sideline afterward. And we're back to work. It was hard for them to stop Javin, plain and simple. There he is again, but it would stay 7-0 until the second quarter. Now, the Trojans, though, as usual, they want to run up the scoreboard like they usually do, and they put it in the hands of Miles Harper right there. These defenders just can't stop him or see him. Cuts out, cuts back in, right to the house. I had a front row seat to the madness. Take a look at that right there. 6, no one stopping 6. The Trojans go up 14-0 after the kick is good, and they're not done yet. Shortly after, the Coyotes just can't score, and Miles Harper is back into the picture. Finds a hole, and he absolutely breaks loose right here. Takes it 70-plus yards for the Teddy. Trojans score yet again. Miss the kick, still 20-0. Michael Ramos Jr. looking for a favorite target. Where is 7 when you need him? There he is. Launches it up left sideline. That's Javin Hudson yet again. To the red zone we go. Let's see some action. Trojans get creative. They snap it to Miles Harper. He finds the end zone. That is 1, 2, 3 touchdowns for him in the first half alone. An amazing first half by them. Let's throw up the halftime score, which was 28-0. Now, guys, like I said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. The Trojans could possibly shut them out to make the postseason win even sweeter. So let's head on over to the second half. The Coyotes were taking notes that number 6 is pretty good, so they were looking to stop Miles Harper in the second half. No blood in the third quarter, though, because that Trojans defense, well, you know what? They just were not letting anything by them. Take a look at this. Pressure. Aiden Purcell, though, he says no fly zone over here. Strap City over there. Now let's go into the fourth quarter action. Ramos, where are you looking? Where are you looking? Let's see. Oh, number 6, Harper, you know him. Hard for them to stop him. Look at that stiff arm. Comes up the sideline, switches off. I mean, defenders are just shook. He's brought down about the 20-yard line. And we're back in the red zone. That's not good news for the Coyotes. Ramos connects with Stephon Rogers. But wait, hold on. When he's brought down, that yellow thing comes out. That's a flag. And that's thrown against Buena Park. This pushes the Trojans up. And after what seems like a century, right at the goal line, Yucca Valley, let's see what they do. Ramos, what are you thinking? Tush push action. Yep, that gets into the end zone. The Yucca Valley Trojans keep their foot on the gas and do not let up. The final in the high desert, 35-0. Some incredible stuff by them, dominating fashion yet again. And we're not done, because on the other side of the break, before we cover them at this level underneath the Friday Night Lights, they all start somewhere. We'll show you one local youth football program that's created some talent, including one you may know by the name of Aaron Tuque, coming up next. Plus, we're hearing from the winning Coach Johnson, CIF semifinals bound, but the job's not done yet, and the sky's the limit for our Valley teams. As promised, we caught up with Coach Jeremy Johnson after the game. Here's what he had to say.
That's exactly what we talked about in the locker room. We got to come out and put them away early. You know, the films we watched, that was kind of the weakness. They have a lot of athletes over there. And so I knew if we could come out hot and we could get some scores on them, that we'd be able to hold it out and run the clock, burn the clock. It's all about that. You know, these guys play well at home, and it's been our feather in our hat. So these fans have been great to us. The community has been great for us, and we're excited to hold another semifinal. I got to look back. I think it might have been 10 years ago that they had one.
Yeah, congrats to Coach Johnson. Now, before they get into under the Friday Night Lights, they start over, some start over under the lights at Bagduma Park. The youth football program, CV Little Arabs 11U, 13U, are Super Bowl bound. I got to catch up with them. Here's what they had to say.
Hands up, 1, 2, 3.
Off the charts. I'm pumped up. I've been waiting for this for a while now.
Hey, this is my second Super Bowl. We gotta get this done, go to state, and win that too. We made it this far like a couple years ago, but I'm glad we're able to make it again.
I'm extremely proud of these boys. We came out, we worked hard all season long, and you know, we bring back the opportunity to go play for the Super Bowl. That shows wonders to how much work these guys have put in.
What do you think's been the key for you guys working together to get to this point?
Teamwork and our defense has been really helping us out.
Mostly, I think our defense, and our offense. But I think mostly defense.
I believe it has to do a lot with the coaches. My other coaches here that are on the staff, Coach Adam, Coach Gabe, and Isaiah, and the coaches that are here, we've changed the culture in Coachella here of discipline and hard work and here to compete.
Discipline is everything here. Like, you have to run, talking. Nah, it's not a big thing here.
So you play both sides of the ball?
Yes, ma'am.
And you give 110%?
Yes, ma'am.
What we got to do after, like the up downs, and if we got to run and stuff, it like gets in our head, like just like so we know.
And Coach Aaron talks about discipline. Are you guys disciplined?
Yes, ma'am.
Just don't mess up. Most teachers don't mess up. Yeah.
What are you going to do on Saturday with your guys?
We're trying to bring home the championship, the Super Bowl back to Coachella.
We're trying to win this. We're trying to go to San Jose.
Congrats to the Little Arabs, 13U, 11U, going to the Super Bowl. Congrats to our 4 Valley teams punching their ticket to the semifinals as well. But that's going to do it for me and Friday Night Lights. We'll see you next week.